18 heads of anti-corruption agencies in Commonwealth Africa gathered in Kigali for a 4-day meeting on joint anti-corruption measures to promote good governance and sustainable development in Africa. The Prime Minister, Dr. Ngirente, who officiated the ceremony, reminded participants that corruption has a huge impact on the lives of the people of the world.
Several reports have indicated that global corruption is now costing around $1 trillion annually. This has severe effects on the lives of our people. This cost is very high, and it continues to weaken resilience of our communities. Corruption creates economic distortions and hampers investments. Investors who deserve a fair and competitive business environment will avoid investing in countries where there is a high level of corruption. Commonwealth Africa member states can make a difference in this fight against corruption through strengthened cooperation and effective accountability mechanisms.
The Commonwealth Secretary-General, Ms. Patricia Scotland, also notes that corruption is a major factor hindering the development of countries and their people, pointing out that the African continent alone loses more than 50 billion annually due to corruption in financial management. She also stressed that between 1980 and 2018, Sub-Saharan Africa received nearly $2 billion in investment and development assistance, but more than $1.3 billion went missing, which would have been used to get about 1.4 billion people out of poverty. Ms. Patricia states that the fight against corruption requires cooperation, stressing that this will also be among the topics to be discussed at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM.
For anti-corruption efforts to be the best, we have to have a whole Commonwealth approach, and it can be working together, learning from each other, and collectively setting the highest possible standards. And this essential ambition will be part of the agenda for the forthcoming Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting here in Kigali next month. So it's fitting and timely that we gather here for this conference, combating corruption for good governance and sustainable development in Africa.
The meeting is an important platform for sharing experiences and innovations that some of the countries use in the fight against corruption. On the Rwandan side, Prime Minister Dr. Ngirente stresses that closing corruption gaps in service delivery through the use of technology and performance contracts continues to help the country fight against corruption.
In Rwanda, the political will to enhance transparency and accountability are key factors to implement a zero-tolerance approach against corruption. The offense of corruption in Rwanda is not subject to any statute of limitation in Rwandan laws. And this implies that prosecution of corruption crimes has no time limit. In that spirit of preventing and fight any form of corruption, the government of Rwanda aims at using information and communication technologies for delivering services to our citizens. Many examples were given, and let me tell you that so far, key government services are currently accessed online. Different electronic systems were developed and are now in use, including the integrated electronic case management system in the justice sector, the integrated financial management system, the e-recruitment system, as well as the e-procurement.
This is the first time that Rwanda has hosted the regional conference of heads of anti-corruption agencies in Commonwealth Africa. Innocent Mogabo, RTV News.